Guys, this is serious now. The 8 passengers Ruby Frankie situation has come to a head. It's getting really bad and really serious. So there's not going to be any jokes, and it's not going to be the typical video that you come to expect about these. It is serious. Ruby is destroying her family, but it goes deeper than that. As many of you know, Ruby Frankie has been with 8 passengers for nearly a decade, but recently, in the past year or so, she's been very much into this new connections thing where she is with her business partner, Jodi Hildebrandt, and they spout a lot of nonsense.
So if there is a way to remove the sun from your home, I would look at that.
One of the fastest ways to stop enabling it is to kick her out, because then you don't have to deal with it at all.
So as you can see, their advice comes in fantastic forms of nonsense. They come under Connections or Mums of Truth, which can be found on their Facebook page, which is Mums of Truth, or on their Instagram, which is also Mums of Truth. And then there is the YouTube channel, which is under the name of Connections. So whichever you wish to choose, it's Connections or Mums of Truth. They are there spouting really bad advice, like horrible advice, such as kicking your kids out of home, and homophobic and an extremely poor mental health advice. And this is where it gets a little more concerning than it already was. This post appeared anonymously on Reddit. It says, Kevin and Chad are currently not living with the rest of the family. I live in the same town as this family. Currently, Kevin and Chad are living in a different home to the rest of the family, wondering why, what's going on there. Now, obviously, it's Reddit, so it can be taken with a pinch of salt. It's a public forum, anyone can post on there. But then we have situations such as this, where Ruby is seen not to be wearing her wedding ring in newer videos on the Connections page. This led to many speculating about Ruby and Kevin's marriage, whether or not it was going through something. In addition, Shari Frankie, the eldest daughter, on her Instagram dropped the 8 passengers handle from her username, which again was another indicator as to what was going on in the background. You may remember a little while ago that Shari produced a video which exposed the rigors of life as a YouTube family vlogger child.
And you're doing this because you're so narrow focused on this one thing, which is YouTube. And it's totally true. Like, there are so many other things that I want to do, so many other things that I can do, and I just have refused to look at it because I've always seen YouTube as my job. And
as for the rest of the family, the extended family, remember they have a huge family, and most of them are also vloggers or family vloggers. Ruby's sister Bonnie recently came out with a very emotive speech on one of her videos. Seemed possibly to be talking about the situation with her sister. You could maybe interpret it that way.
I think either a skyrocket of mental illness or just people talking about mental illness. And there's a talk that goes over those that struggle with anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts. And this talk really, I don't know, it brings a little bit of peace in, even in just the fact that you're not alone in it. It brings some comfort in the fact of it's okay to get help, and you should get help the same way. And my mom once said this, and I thought it was so beautiful. She said, if you struggle with mental illness, you should get the medication that is going to help you, because the same way someone that is diabetic needs their medication. It's very important to go to someone reputable, someone that's licensed, and get some good help, because the help that's out there is not created equal. So find someone good and reputable.
And this ties in perfectly with Ruby's business partner, Jodi Hildebrandt, who was put on probation for violating in the marriage counselling field. Basically, Jodi had a client and she convinced him that he must have a porn addiction, and then went and told all his friends, family and church members all about it.
And I believe that we all have talents in this world to help each other, and when we use those talents to help each other, that's God's plan. And there are those professionals that are there to help us. We help each other, and it is their profession, but my YouTube channel is my profession, and I really believe that. And not even I believe, people that have reached out and really said how I've helped them. That wasn't my intention in the beginning, but it just kind of happened. For those of you also that haven't been told that someone loves you recently, I would like to tell you that I love you. Because we all deserve love. That nobody should have to earn it. And I know there's a lot of hurt in the world. I know that there is. And I'm sorry if you're hurting. I love you, and things will get better one day.
And then this post appeared on Facebook. This was a very interesting post. It was very harsh towards Ruby. I'll try and get through it as quickly as I can. It said, in all fairness, Jodi appeared to start off her career with noble intentions, but those intentions are all called into question by past and current professional peers whom I have sought insight from, who see her methods and manners as emotionally and mentally detrimental, even abusive. Her license was revoked for a time due to violating client confidentiality. Ruby, who is known by many for her role as a YouTube influencer and a person trying to help families succeed at home, is a gifted and intelligent woman, but something has changed. For example, Jodi and Ruby seem to think themselves synonymous with truth, always written with a capital T, which makes it appear that there is some type of God complex going on, and this gives off the warning signs of a cult-like mentality. Ruby and Jodi frequently make quick judgments about a situation without knowing or seeking to know enough of the details, and have been known to reflect truth by saying, I feel sorry for you, it is obvious that you are lost, your anxiety, depression, suicidal tendencies are a result of not taking responsibility for your feelings, your children have no right to privacy, I recommend you kick your daughter out of your home for her rudeness and take her off your health insurance regardless of her serious cardiac issues. The tone and way these mothers treat people and give advice commonly goes against nearly every principle taught in professional psychology, counselling, teaching, and even most religious teaching and mentoring. It is painful to watch and heart-wrenching to read about, knowing that desperate or faithful followers may very well follow this frightening counsel. I feel obligated to warn those investigating connections or moms of truth to be aware that these women have become master manipulators who are expert at pulling vulnerable individuals in, making them doubt themselves, their spouses, children, siblings, etc., until one day they realise their own family relationships have disintegrated. Please look closely at the current lives and family of many of those involved and talk to their family members, immediate and extended, before jumping into any counselling or training with them. See, all those are very excellently put points. Why would you take advice from these two, particularly from Ruby, who is currently going through so many issues with her own family and is unable to resolve those issues, whilst trying to advise other people who are going through the same things of what they should be doing? And then one of the commenters underneath this incredible post was Shari Frankie herself, the daughter of Ruby. She said, "Thank you for your courage and wise counsel." And this is her supporting a very harsh comment about her own mother. It must be incredibly difficult for her to do something like this. It must be a really bad situation for her to have to. And then quite a few of Ruby's family also liked the post. So you know that something really bad is going down and things are not looking good. What exactly is going on? And then just a couple of days ago, Shari finally came out with a statement on her Instagram. She said, "I know that there are many rumours circulating online about my family. While it is true I am not in contact with my immediate family and don't support the extreme beliefs of connections, please remember that this is my real family. Despite good intentions, speculating, rumours and gossip doesn't help me. I'd like to ask for privacy for me and my family as we work through this very difficult situation. Please know that there are many working on this situation, and I hope one day that we can be whole again. Please respect my privacy as I work through my own healing as well. So there we have it. That's Shari, who's been very outspoken and is putting it forward, confirming everything that's going on right now. And it seems it's obviously a private matter, but the fact that she said that there are many people working on this situation means that it's the whole family. I get the feeling that it's an issue with, is it Jodi who has really come between everybody? She seems to be the catalyst. Ruby already had extreme views on parenting as it was, but put her with Jodi, who seems to be like another level, and together they are causing so much havoc, and I can see that it's split the entire family, and this is a really sad situation. Now, as if that wasn't bad enough, things became even worse in the past day or so. Another post appeared on Reddit, and again, it's always taken as a pinch of salt, but this is apparently a verified user who originally posted that there was trouble at mill. So their original point turned out to be true. So this is a possibility that this is also true. First, they confirmed that Shari has distanced herself completely from Ruby. Ruby is becoming deeper and deeper entrenched in the Connections cult. She and Jodi refer to themselves as Truth. Shari, Chad and Kevin do not have contact with the 4 youngest children or Ruby. According to the source, there has been talk that Connections is leading Ruby to be physically violent with the kids, and supposedly CPS has been called to the house multiple times and is investigating. Ruby left them home alone while at her recent Connections retreat, and they are no longer attending school. Jodi's car was spotted outside the Frankie home beginning 6 months ago, leading many to believe that she is living with them. Kevin moved out afterward. I know that all this information will be shocking and saddening to many on this sub. We've decided that it needed to be shared because we need justice for those children. What started as poking fun at Ruby's freeze-drying recipes has evolved into advocating for the safety of those poor babies. They deserve so much better. I wanted to add that it is extremely important to be respectful to the family at this time. I'd just like to reiterate as well that it is important to give the family privacy and everything, because divorce or separation or whatever it is that they're working through is a very serious topic, very serious subject, very serious situation for them to be going through. I would also like to point out though that what is Jodi's role in this? As I said earlier, Ruby has always had extreme views on parenting, but not this extreme. It's always been bad. It's always been like, why would you take advice from this person? What are you doing, Ruby? Why aren't you sending your kid to school with lunch? Why are you punishing them? Why are you kicking your kid out for 6 months? Why, so many different whys. But since 8 Passengers stopped, and that's almost getting on for almost a year ago, if you remember their last video, or just before Christmas, when they came out and said that they were not giving their kids any Christmas presents as a punishment. So it's been nearly getting on a year since they've stopped 8 Passengers, and now that Ruby is very, very entrenched into this world of truth and distortion and everything else. And to me, it sounds like a cult thing. And Jodi, who has been struck off practicing any of this stuff, she is right in there, and she is putting her extreme views, which seem, as I said, another level to Ruby's views, and put them both together, and it seems like she has caused this entire rift with the family. It's really, really weird if you put it together with the fact that Jodi was struck off originally for spreading all these rumors and lies about one of her own clients, breaking confidentiality and everything, but it was very extreme. She was convinced and convincing this guy that he had a porn addiction when he didn't. He went and spread it all around the neighborhood, all around the village, that he had this addiction when he didn't. And it looks like she's doing the same here. If she has moved in to the house as well, I'm not saying it's true, but the rumors are that that's what's happened. This is really, really bad. And if those kids, the youngest ones, are still living there in that environment, the oldest ones have moved out because they can. You've got to fear for the kids, the youngest ones, because they're just right in there and they don't have a choice. It's like an extreme brainwashing thing going on over there, I feel. So let's all pray for the Frankie children, and let's hope the best. I wish them all the best in the world, everybody to come together and sort the situation out. Thank you all so much for taking time to watch this, and I will catch you again shortly in another video. Take care. Bye bye.